Hello, my name is Charles Williams, and my presentation explores proposed structure and assignment of liability for autonomous automated vehicles and whether this will have an impact on consumer trust. This presentation explores the U.S. Department of Transportation and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's current positions on self-driving vehicles and hope to capitalize on the benefits this technology offers. Automak- Automakers are concerned how regulators will restructure lines delineating liability for autonomous automated driving and the impact this alignment will have on diffusion into society. A video demonstration is included in this presentation to illustrate self-driving functionality, and a narration expands on benefits this product will offer. Self-driving vehicle liability framework remains fluid at this time, and this presentation will explore opposing sides. It is hypothesized that the outcomes will have a definite impact on purchasing and gaining consumers' trust for automated driving systems. The last portion of this presentation will analyze several responses and assess whether liability structure will positively or negatively impact consumers purchasing self-driving vehicles. The U.S. Department of Transportation adopts SAE, or the Society of Automotive Engineers International, definitions differentiating the various levels of automated operations. There are 6 automation levels, beginning with SAE level 0, where the human interaction is mandatory for vehicle operations. Achieving SAE level 5 is interpreted as an automatic system that can perform all driving tasks, comparable to a human driver. As the scope of computer-assisted driving tasks increases, a higher SAE level is achieved. It must also be pointed out that SAE level 4 and below requires some measure of human interaction, which does not require that the definition of operator be defined. But it is uncertain who will be assigned operating duties in an intelligent autonomous vehicle that is rated SAE level 5. Defining whether an SAE level 5 autonomous automated driving system is an operator when this system is engaged may force our governing bodies to reassign responsibilities of manufacturers and requirements of owners. The U.S. Department of Transportation is uncertain how this new framework will be structured at this time. Only certainty is that these rule sets will change. National Highway Traffic Safety has invested over $4 billion to jumpstart self-driving cars become a reality through grants in research, development, and proof of concept testing. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration also acknowledges that navigational services will require upgrade and improvements that can deliver robust content that better depicts three-dimensional environments which self-driving cars will be required to navigate autonomously. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's support for self-driving vehicles realize the benefits this technology offers. Self-driving cars are forecast to reduce operational costs by repurposing driving space more efficiently to accommodate more vehicles without increasing real estate space. Disabilities are no longer a limiting factor as self-driving vehicles will give those impaired independence in getting to work, for recreation, or for business activities. Most important is the self-driving cars will save lives. Self-driving vehicles will obey the rules of the road, will not get distracted, nor fall asleep at the wheel. According to statistics, traffic fatalities have been trending upward since 2014, which the National Traffic Highway Safety Administration attributes to mobile device distractions during vehicle operations. Smartphone usage, particularly texting and driving, is commonly attributed to the cause of accidents, but it must be noted that in-car interaction with automated systems is also raising concerns with governing bodies. SAE Level 5 autonomous automated vehicles forecast to eliminate accidents caused by mobile distractions, as well as other faults attributed to human error.
Here in the United States, car companies are racing to get self-driving cars on the highways. But what are the new rules of the road? As Chris Van Cleve reports, federal regulators are lagging behind.
Starting next year, a largely autonomous Audi hits the highways.
I can take over any time by just grabbing the wheel.
This fall, students at the University of Michigan will be hopping on this driverless bus across campus. Car makers are promising mass-market, fully self-driving vehicles by 2021, and tech companies like Uber and Google could deploy them much sooner. California is already readying its roads, replacing raised lane markers with 6-inch thick solid lines because they're easier for self-driving cars to see. But what's not ready are the rules. Scott Keogh from Audi.
So I think we need definitions. We need the government and the states to set laws that are all united and unified around this, and there needs to be a little bit less P.T. Barnummism when everyone's throwing around these terms.
Right now, only 23 states in the District of Columbia have laws on the books about self-driving cars.
As this technology gets out on the road, we want to make sure it is safe, that it truly is ready for prime time.
The concept behind this bill is to try and create some certainty, some clarity, so that people know what those rules are going to be.
That could happen in the coming days. Republican Senator John Thune and Democrat Gary Peters plan to present rare bipartisan legislation setting standards for safety, cybersecurity, and guidelines to determine accident liability if no one's driving. Do you feel real deadline pressure then to get this done?
It's only a matter of time, and that horizon is coming very quickly at us. And I think we have to be prepared for that.
Hopefully we can all get around the fact that this is incredibly exciting technology that's going to save literally tens of thousands of lives.
The number of traffic deaths in the U.S. have shot up over the last 2 years to around 40,000. The belief is self-driving cars could drastically reduce that number by essentially eliminating one of the biggest factors in about 90% of crashes, human error.
Companies are currently testing their versions of autonomous vehicles today, with Google's self-driving fleet logging over 3 million highway miles. Tesla is Google's leading rival, logging over 2 million highway miles for its self-driving fleet. Some automakers and self-driving vehicle developers project that by 2020, intelligent cars will meet SAE Level 5 autonomous automated operations and will comply with U.S. Department of Transportation and National Highway Traffic Safety requirements to navigate highways and roads. Automakers and developers compete to deliver self-driving vehicles to the market, requiring an initial investment with unknown returns. If consumers gravitate towards this new technology, all automakers will get a positive return on investment and companies will be able to grow this technology. If not, companies will scale back development and manufacturing, which could negatively impact this technology's diffusion into society. Autonomous automated vehicles operating at SAE Level 5 forecast to reduce accidents attributed to human error. However, it will not eliminate vehicle accidents in total. Admittedly, autonomous vehicles are man-made, and at some point, this product will fail to operate within specifications that may lead to an accident or even injury. Liable has contrasting opinions among manufacturers and critics. Automakers and developers are lobbying that liability reside with the operator and describe operator as an individual owner with the ideology that an owner accepts risks associated with this technology, to include SAE Level 5 operations. Standard rules of liability would apply in the event of an accident, despite failure of automated driving system. Critics argue that an SAE Level 5 autonomous automated vehicle system be classified as an operator of a self-driving car, and tort laws governing product liability be used in the event of an accident caused by fault or failure. Manufacturers will then be held accountable for financial restitution in the event of an accident. Volvo has gone on record that this company will be responsible for its vehicles' autonomous operations, and in the event of an accident, this company is prepared to make financial restitutions. Volvo's liability posture forms the basis of this research hypothesis that consumer trust will improve if manufacturers and developers back this product with full liability in the event of a failure. For the purpose of research, participants are asked to assume that self-driving vehicles have passed federal requirements for autonomous driving in responding to this survey. 30 licensed individuals, all above the age of 18, participated in this survey. All respondents are experienced drivers, with only one respondent with less than 5 years of driving experience. Participants are asked, which stakeholder do you think should be liable for self-driving car failure or defect? Automakers were the obvious choice among respondents, with 60% of participants suggesting automakers should be held liable. 3.3% of those surveyed felt that an owner should be assigned liability if a self-driving car is involved in a mishap caused by a defect or fault. In this same survey, participants were asked the likelihood of purchasing a self-driving vehicle. 43% of the participants responded not likely to purchase a self-driving car, while 3.3% responded highly likely to purchase a self-driving car. This leaves 53% of participant responses that range between not likely and highly likely to purchase a self-driving car. This survey also asked participants the likelihood a self-driving car would be purchased if automakers, manufacturers, bear full responsibility for product failure or faults. 36.7% of participants respond not likely to purchase a self-driving car. However, 13.3% of participants respond that it is highly likely a self-driving car would be purchased. This leaves 50% of the participant responses ranging between not likely and highly likely to purchase a self-driving car. Survey results identified that 96.7% of respondents assign liability to entities other than a private owner, such as an automaker, component developers, which includes auto manufacturers, or government. When comparing self-driving vehicle purchases where owner is liable versus product manufacturers being liable, those not likely to purchase a self-driving vehicle decreased 6.6%, while those highly likely to purchase a self-driving car increased 10%, from 3.3 to 10.3%, when automakers and manufacturers assume liability when product fails to operate within parameters. This suggests self-driving cars' diffusion into society will be greatly enhanced if automakers stand by their product and accept responsibility for its failures. This concludes this presentation, and it is hoped that this research will be of benefit to help right-size self-driving vehicle liability structure to help get intelligent vehicles on the road and hopefully save lives.